Hello, welcome to iOS training session 5. So in this training, we'll go through some few more UI controls, which is alert, view controller, action sheet, then picker. So picker is picker view and another one is date picker. So we'll see the difference between both, and then we'll move to the some managing multiple view controllers. So in that, what is the navigation controller and how the present and push controllers on that navigation controller handled, and what is tab bar, so why we use tab bar. These things will be covered in this session. Also we'll see some gestures, which is tab gesture and pan gesture, so which is on for like non-clickable UI controls. We can use these types of gestures. Okay, so we'll start with alert. So what is alert, view controller, and all the things we'll cover this session. So basically, UI alert controller is one of the most basic component of the app development because using the UI alert controller, we can get feedback, confirmation, or any choose between any options from the user. So for that, we use alert view controller. So here you can see this is one of the native alert controller, which is used for like handling, getting users input for push notifications. So user either click on OK or don't allow to send the notification. So this is like getting feedback from the user. So similar kind of UI alert controller we can create for our app. So here some major things are like components are like title, which is the title of the alert, then alert message, which is descriptive text that provides more detail about the reason for the alert, and then alert style. So we can see this is the alert, and the next alert style is the action sheet. That will cover in the next topic. And some alert actions. So alert actions are nothing but the buttons at the bottom. So the action that user can take in response to the alert or action sheet. And there is one more thing, which is alert text field. So text field is displayed by the alert. Okay, so that is not here in this particular screenshot, but that is also one thing we can use in the alert. So to understand this more, we will just create one sample application and try to show some alert. Okay, so for that, we can just create some alert controller. We'll create new app. Just we'll just use interface as storyboard and language as Swift. Show here. Okay, so to show that alert, we just need one user input. For that, we just create one button. In the main .storyboard, we just use view controller. So as this is the only one controller, we can just directly add button here. So for that button, we'll change text as show alert. We can just do some UI changes like this thing, and then just add constraint. Okay, so we have alert button. Now on that alert button click, we just need to show alert. So for that we need action outlet. So we'll just get outlet, and we can just control drag this button's action outlet here. So here connection type by default is action. If you try and you see outlet, just change outlet to action, because we just want a method for that particular click. So we'll add show alert UI, something like that, name of that method. And here you can see events. So these events are for buttons. So we can see here various events are present. So by default, we use touch of inside. We just keep as it is. Now we'll click on connect. So you can see the method signature is created here. So every time when we click on that button, this method gets executed. So for that, we'll create alert related code. So I will create one method here. Function show alert, and here we need to create alert. So for that, we just create alert object using UI alert controller, and this requires title, message, and what is the style of that alert. So we just add alert here. Some descriptive message we can add here, and the preferred style, we have alert style of 2 times. You can just add dot here and just check. There are 2 types, alert and action sheet. So for now we need alert, so I will add alert here. And now because current is view controller, we just need to present new alert controller on that. So we just add self dot present, and we can just present that alert. And another property is animated, so we can just set bool value as a true if we want animation. If you don't want, you just set as a false. Okay, and I will call this from this method. Now I will run. So once we run, we'll see show alert button. On top of that, we should able to see show alert. So that alert should have title as alert and message as want to learn iOS. So let's wait for launch the simulator. Okay, so on click of show alert, we can see alert, but there are no buttons because we haven't added any action. So for that, we need to add alert dot add action. So here you can see we need parameter as UI alert action. So we need to create that first. So I will create one action which is OK action, which is type of UI alert action, which needed 3 things. One is title, so that will be OK. Alert style, once I tap on that, it will give 3 options: default, cancel, and destructive. So by default, we use default option, and there are 2 modes, cancel and destructive. So cancel is like for like canceling events, and destructive is like more, it shows that button title, button action in red color. So whatever things we just want like is destructive, we can use destructive one. So for now I will use default. And action, if you want that action, you can add variable here, or otherwise just ignore it using underscore. And we just, for now we just print OK clicked to check that the handler of that particular OK action, and we'll use OK action here. Okay, so now I will run the app again. So I will click on show alert, it will show again, but it shows the OK button now. So if I click on OK, you can see OK clicked in my debug area. Okay, so we want one more button. So I will just copy these things, change this like destructive button. So in that sense, you can just add destructive as well, and the style should be destructive. Okay, so we have 2 buttons now. Okay, so once I click on destructive, this will show the destructive click. So depend on the alert types and alert data you want, like for what you are using alert, you can just change its title, description, and action outlets, sorry, action buttons. So this is for alert view controller. Now we'll move for the action sheet. Okay, so action sheet are similar to alert, so it is just one other type of alert. So when we want choices which has two or more choices related to current context, then we use alert. So an action sheet displayed in the context of the view control that presented it. So it normally shows from the bottom in this sense. So for that, we just need to make few modifications in our code, earlier code. So I will go back to our code. Here we show the alert. Now we will show the action sheet. So I will just copy paste this code and just rename this method as alert show action sheet. Replace this method here. I will change. Now we will change whatever things we want to change. Suppose in app we want to sign out that particular app, and we want to show action sheet for that. We'll just create that type of alert, which is action sheet. Okay, so we'll change. And this preferred style should be changed to action sheet. So similar way, we can just add multiple buttons. So I'll just add some random things here to just show that action sheet one. Okay, so sorry. Need to change the name of this. So similar way, we can just add multiple actions here. So depend on our requirement, we can just change these things. So now I have added action sheet. We'll just hit run button and check how it will show. So I'll click on show alert. Now it is showing me 3 buttons. This says title as sign out, want to sign off, and then OK button, destructive button, and there is one cancel button. So the UI will look like this. Okay, so as this is a cancel one, that's why it is showing in the different pane. So I will just change it as a default one. Okay, we'll just group together and just change it to default. Okay, so it's just shown in the same one. So normally if we want to dismiss that particular thing, we just use the cancel one. So depend on the group of the actions, we just keep it as default one or destructive one or cancel one. So we'll try 2 destructive buttons in the same one. Okay, so let's see what happens. So on I click here, it shows 2 destructive one. So similar way, we can just add multiple things. Okay, so that's it for the alert controller and action sheet.